Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anabella, and thank you for being again part of this. Today, we have a group of fantastic artists from many places. Actually, we have our first artist is Veronica Pena from Spain. The second artist is Ignacio Perez from Venezuela. Then we will have Lady Gaby from Germany, Nomi Schmidt from Copenhagen, Denmark. The last three artists, they belong to a group called Hexi Duxi, and they are a collective of artists based in India. Satadru Sovan Banduri, Mukesh, Zile Singh, and Prashant Jha. I hope I'm using the correct pronunciation of their names. But first, I would like to introduce our first artist. Our first artist is Veronica Pena. She is an interdisciplinary performance artist and an independent curator from Spain. She's based in the United States, and in her work, she explores absence, separation, and the search for harmony throughout performance art. She's the founder, director of Performance Art Open Call, and is an active Facebook community of more than 15,000 live art practitioners and enthusiasts. I would like to give a big hand to Veronica Pena. Thank you so much for being here. I need to this. And Veronica Pena will start. Like I will give it to Veronica now.
¿Todo eso pasa en el chat? ¿O hace que yo luego me confundo?
Veronica, han puesto performance Copenhagen, dice Veronica Ray.
¿Eso qué es que voy?
Es una rutina.
¿Te lees algo?
Verónica listo, pues, sí.
Vale.
Thank you so much. That was our first performance of this second edition of Ephemera. Now, I would like to introduce a very fantastic artist and also a good friend, Ignacio Perez. He's an artist from Venezuela. He's based in Finland. I met him long time ago in Argentina, and the ways of art have make us join again in this path of performance art, and it's really nice to see his work. He has been already part of some of the projects we organized, such as Body Landscapes 2 years ago, and a couple of other events where we commissioned him to do video performances. So I'm sure some of you are already familiarized with his work. So, ladies and gentlemen, with you, Ignacio Perez. Hello again. Sorry, we had a technical problem, but I think now I can give it back to Ignacio. He was Ignacio Perez with this fantastic work. We're going to have some words later with him. So if you want to ask something to the artist, be aware that after the performances, we're going to have a small talk with them. So yeah, just write down your questions and I will be able to read it here and I will let them know what do you think about their work. But now I'm going to present the next artist. She's Lady Gabby. She is an artist based in Berlin. She is performance artist and also spoken word performer. She also do collage. And with no more words, I would say that she was part of our projects too before, and I'm pretty glad she wants to be part of this. So I will give space for her. So enjoy her work.
It's a new world with a new dawn. Togetherness is unwelcomed. Instead, you bring in your belief in distance. You isolate your mind, your soul, your sorrows. You hide your smile. You connect with your eyes only. You scan the good, the bad, and the righteous. With your eyes only, you let your gaze wander over the relevance of others. Are you relevant? Do you matter? How do you know how much you matter? What's your fear? Please don't infect me with yours. What's your fear, dear? To be in lockdown, to be masked, to be caught without a mask, to stand apart, not to touch, not to breathe or speak so close to me. Fear is a virus. Don't spread it. Don't let it grip you. Move it out of the way and make space for love. Cleanse your mind with it. Power your soul with love. Infect your heart with hope. Spread it. Explode the world with love and hope, and wear your love gloves while doing so. Soon, you speak up again. You touch me again. We get close and let's unite. You blow me French kisses, but not from very far apart. That is the new normal. Embrace tomorrow, far away yet so close by, but don't forget the old normal that was yesterday. As we danced and we embraced and our bodies on the dance floor were one. Take off your real mask. Wear your love gloves. and feel what's real. Feel what's real. Cleaning the house was not a hobby that I picked up, but cleaning myself. He loves me. He loves me not. 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 He loves me. They love me. They love me not. They love me. They love me not. Is anybody out there? Maar iubește? Nu mă iubește. Mă 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 iubește. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. She loves me. She 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 loves me not. Drape me with the mask, but spare me when I sneeze or open my lips. Drape me with the hug, but spare me when I want my social distance. Drape me with your palm, but spare me when I want to caress it or read its future inside it, and you pull it away instead. Drape me with your hands, but spare me by wearing your plastic gloves. Drape me with your breath, but spare me from being 2 meters away. Drape me with love, affection, and social distance, but spare me the pandemic news and let me live inside my own bubble of hope. Let me live inside my own bubble of hope. Come inside my own bubble of hope. There is room, there is space, there is no social distance. He loves me not. He loves me not. She loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me not. He 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 loves me not. Who am I? I'm not the girl next door. I'm just myself. I care, I dare, I perform. I'm the hostess with the mostest. You can't seduce me with flowers, never-ending dreams, and walking possibility. I am bad, mad, on a self-destructive trip, but I quickly get up on my feet. I don't wallow, I go anywhere, anytime, I'll be there, just watch me. I follow my own mind, my own desires, I'm hard to please. I don't ignore screams, and I'll shout as long as I feel like it. When I'm angry or happy, I'll shout. At the balcony, inside the window, in my garden, on the phone, on Facebook and Instagram, I shout.
That was a fantastic performance of Lady Gabby. Thank you so much. The next artist is also a very close person to me. I would love to introduce Nomi Schmidt. She is an artist who was born in South Korea, but she is a Danish resident, Danish citizen. And I would like to mention too that she started his performance art career a couple of years ago when she was part of the audience of this festival we were organizing in Copenhagen called Body Landscapes. And I think it was in the one of 2018. And we gathered this bunch of artists together, and she was fascinated with the idea of playing with the body. She was already doing art. She's a really good painter, but she started doing performance ever since. And I'm really glad she's part of this project, and she's very keen on it. And she was actually part of the first Ephemera 1 month ago. So with no more words for this, because I'm really glad she's part of this, I will let you with the work of Nomi Schmidt. Thank you so much. She was Nomi Schmidt. Fantastic work. And now I would like to introduce the next artist. I hope my pronunciation is kind of well, for his name is Satadru. He's the founder of a collective called Hexiduxibox, online and offline performance platform, and he is ambassador of India and at the Worldwide Peacemaker Project. He's member of Lock and Lock Performance Art Project, and he's a multidisciplinary artist, painting in large canvases, creating his own performance art, creating light installations, and is one of the unique features involved in his work. He's remarkably conducted artworks on where the topic was HIV in South Africa, and he is the actual recipient of 3 international scholarships. So his work is very impressive, and I would like to introduce him to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I will introduce the next artist. He's also part of the collective Hexiduxi, and his name is Mukesh K. Zile Singh. Mukesh was born and grew up in India. He did an BMF from LPU, Punjab, and his MFA is in creative paintings from the Department of Fine Arts. He's a mid-career as well, emerging multidisciplinary artist, and for his interest, he's working with different art forms and techniques. He's working art from things like paintings, print marking, installations, assemblance, and art performances. I would like to introduce you now with Mukesh K. Zile Singh. Well, I think we are having a technical issue here that I will fix right now. I would like to ask Mukesh to restart your device because I can't see you in the backstage. Okay, as soon as we have Mukesh back in our backstage, we're gonna have his performance. Maybe it's a problem with the connection, and yeah, this is an issue that we are having lately a lot since all the performance art have went online lately. No, it's actually the connection is really poor. So maybe, hello Mukesh, I think your connection is a little bit poor, so I can't see your camera in the backstage. So I cannot put you on stage. I will try to fix this connection problem, and I will be back in a couple of seconds. Hello again. Well, we have some technical issues here, and yeah, we will try to fix this before we continue. Mukesh says that his browser is blocked. I think you should go to settings, and I would like to know if Prashant is ready for going. So maybe we can fix the problems with Mukesh while Prashant do his performance. So I think he is getting ready, and I would like to introduce him. He is another member of Hexiduxibox. Yes, his name is Prashant Jha. He was born in 91, and he's from Modinagar in India. And he was graduated from the Institute of Fine Arts in Modinagar in 2011, and he got 4 years scholarship from London Art for India. His work is based on gender, sexuality, and his mainly work is actually on painting, sculptures, installation art, and performance art. His works are mostly connected with human body to nature, and he used found materials because those kind of materials are very important for his work. And he thinks that this kind of material he found in the nature make him connect to the nature itself. So I would like to introduce Prashant Jha. Thank you so much for keeping connected with this
Por Dios. Thu được rồi. Thu được rồi.
That was the performance of Prashant. Thank you so much. And we have fixed our problems, our technical problems with the performance of Mukesh, and he will be ready to perform in a couple of seconds. I will leave the stage for Mukesh K. Zile Singh.
नहीं पकड़ दो ऐसे रहो
Thank you so much. Well, with Prashant, we had our last performance for the second edition of Ephemera. I would like to thank all the artists who were part of this project today. And we still have some of them in the backstage here. So I would like to go, oh, we have Ignacio again. So I would like to add you to here so I can see you all.
Oh.
And we can play all together here. So, hello, thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you so much, Lady Gaby, Satadru, thank you so much. Ignacio, it's always nice to have you here. Mukesh, thank you so much. Nomi, thank you so much for being part of this.
Hello.
Hello, Mukesh.
Actually, there is very much problem of network, no? Sorry,
Yeah,
everyone. Sorry.
No, it was fantastic. I think your screen was like freeze for a really long time, and I didn't knew what was happening. But I can only have 6 persons in the frame right now. So I would like to have you here right now, and I will ask you some questions. Yes, I saw Veronica was kind of in a couple of seconds ago. But we're gonna do it this in order. So I will put you back in the backstage, and I will ask one by one, so we can have like a less noisy conversation. It's okay for all of you, yes? So, well, Veronica is not here anymore. I will go first with Ignacio. Hello, Ignacio. Veronica is back. Well, but I already started with Ignacio. I will ask you later, Veronica. Yes, you will be the second for this. Ignacio, thank you so much for coming to this event. Thank you so much for being part.
Thank you, David.
And where are you now?
So yeah, I am on my way to home. So I just sit with my friend. But can you hear me and see me?
Yeah. Perfectly.
Yeah, okay, good.
I would like to ask you something about this specific performance, because I've seen before the image of the tiger and it's very recurrent on your work, and I know it has like a strong attachment to your identity in the place you are living, and I would like to hear a little bit more of that. It would be nice for our audience to know what is the attachment, because it's like a ritual, and it's like a ritual state you enter every time you wear the tiger. So the question is, what is the connection between you and the tiger?
Again, I want to thanks for the opportunity to be here and to present a performance for literally invisible presence of others, and very much the performance I did was very much based on that presence, not just the virtual presence of other people, but also the presence of others that are here and we can't see. Lately in the performance I've been doing, there is this more intended purpose to connect with that through the techniques of shamanism that I've been exploring intuitively lately, and I've been like trying to get more conscious through watching and reading about it. Unluckily, I can't be in contact with communities that practice this type of ritualism, but so far is something that I have understood is like inherent in the human condition. Like is just the more ancient form of religion. So performance is naturally connected with that for me. And the tiger is been in my work present as a form of in my personal life is a recurrent image that through the photography and my walks and in performance is some kind of, I don't know, it brings me like a good luck, and also it represents strength, and more deeply inside is definitely a animal that is guiding, in the trip. So I decided to use it today since I've been working with that lately. In this connection with the skull. So this image, I made it for the performance, and I just improvise what happened there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very interesting how there's so many connections between like the classic performance concept, like this relation with the ritual, and basically you created a space with no time and no space. It was like this untouchable and unthinkable place and space you have created, like using the tiger, that I really feel that it's really connected with your identity and probably our identity as migrants, like walkers of this world, and it's very important to take steps in that direction, in the direction of creating ritual moments in our journey.
Yeah, especially in this time of uncertainty, I think naturally we all reaching that level of connection with the, not just with what we are, but deeply what we are. Like in a broad image, in the broad landscape. So I think also art is a way to find that connection. And you mentioned that me being here in Finland, where I am living right now, this identity became like actually more strong as a as a reinvention of what I could be, or what I could become.
Yeah,
I naturally don't have any I was born in Caracas in Venezuela. I was born in the city. My family have like roots in the city also. Also, like I have tried to reach or find if there is some roots, some kind of in the indigenous past, but definitely something we all have inherently, and performance in a way give us the chance to find it, because it's like a stepping out of many cultural conditioning.
Yes.
And we are all needing that type of connections urgently nowadays, I think. So
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ignacio.
Thank you.
It's I'm really glad to have you as part of this project and also part of the conversation. It's always nice to hear your voice and to see your perspective of the world. I really like your perspective of the world. So thank you so much. And I hope to see you again very soon in person to make other collaboration as we did. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
Well, that was Ignacio, and I would like to invite here Lady Gabby. Gabby, hello. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, cool. Perfectly. Gabby, thank you so much for your participation. I'm really glad you made it. I'm really glad you are here with us, sharing your amazing spoken performances with us live. It's very important that this is happening like in this virtual state, but it's also the real life. It's our new reality right now, and we just have to take advantage of this situation. So, as I saw in your performance, the spoken word is very important for your performances, and as I've seen before. So, can you please tell us a little bit from your perspective why is that important, the spoken word, for your performances, and how is like the bound between the actions of your body, the space, and the actions, like how the spoken word is that important for that?
Yeah, well, I'm a poet, so basically I write all the time, and I express myself through my writing, as well as I get my inner feelings and worries, and so my writing is very important to me, and I've always felt that like I have to have a voice no matter what. As a woman, as a displaced, misplaced person. I was born in Romania, grew up in Australia. Came back to Berlin, lived here since a while now. I don't feel misplaced, but still I just feel like since I left my country of birth when I was a kid, Romania, Transylvania, I just feel like my voice was always second. As a migrant, I felt invisible, and I just always thought, well, if I look invisible to you, and also, through my words, I am not visible. I have a voice, and I can express myself, whether I'm happy or angry, or, I just have basically my voice that makes me visible. And so I guess that's why I've always been writing, and during the lockdown as well, I've been writing a lot about how I feel, how I see, and all the objects that I've used are basically objects that I found comfort in during the lockdown. I mean, we've had really cold winter, especially in the evenings, and I just felt like you couldn't really go out. It was so cold anyways. It was minus 10, 15, 20 in the last month. So, I found comfort in objects such as cushions, such as sponges, anything that kind of gave me comfort, basically. And so I kind of thought through this performance, I wanted to show you through my words, also through the objects, through the words, my kind of loneliness, despair, questioning, feelings, and then through the objects, kind of finding comfort. While I was speaking about what makes me and why I am the way I am, I just wanted to show you the objects which kind of gave me comfort, through this whole time of lockdown and loneliness and isolation, basically. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it really with the objects. And yeah, it's my home, my space where I have been kind of feeling, at home, and, it's my bubble of hope, bubble of being here, bubble of security. So yeah, so it's my home. And so the words, the setting, the objects, I just find that it was basically, I was just trying to express the feelings and what I was missing during the isolation and during the lockdown, contact with people, stage. And I started to kind of, find comfort in objects which were around the house, like, whatever decorations that I have, cushions, as I said, paintings, drawings, and sometimes it was really silent. So I just felt like, I would ring the bell in order to kind of remind myself, even though I live in Berlin, which is always a noisy city, but during the lockdown and when it was so cold as well, there was really, really silent. So, I just felt like the bell kind of gave me, a sound effect, like, yes. And I wanted to actually even play the accordion, but I just kind of lost track of time. I just wanted to keep to the time. So I could have explored a bit more with sound. But then I used torches, kind of like looking for people out there, because we've been kind of indoors a lot. So I've been connecting through the internet, through, Zoom or whatever. And, so it was basically the torches were like a symbol of searching for somebody out there, from the darkness, trying to find somebody out there in the light.
Yeah, and there was this duality all the time during your performance. I perceive it all the time, kind of a duality that was bonded by the spoken words. That was pretty interesting.
Thank you.
And also this part of, like, I think we are very much affected by this situation of the coronavirus and how the coronavirus have locked us in our houses. And also in our own heads with our own thoughts. So it's kind of an introspection process that have lasted 1 year. And it has shaped our relation with the space, our relation with media also, because most of our relations now are mediated by technology, like by platforms like Zoom, like this one, StreamYard, or Facebook Lives, and other kind of platforms that actually have changed our view of the world. So it's also important that performance artists are pointing out that kind of interactions and that kind of perspectives we are having right now. And I think most of the work we have today are also related with this feeling of being in a lockdown for more than a year. Also in my practice, I can notice that I have been really much affected.
And also I've been I'm still learning about how to perform just in front of a screen. So I wanted to show that I'm doing everything on my own, and so I wanted to show that I'm not really sure. Also this insecurity, am I doing this right? But I'm just trying to connect, and I'm just trying to be visible, have a voice, and because I'm just still experimenting in performance in front of a phone, or through Instagram, or through Facebook, or through here. So I wanted to also show that, I'm like a theater, like backstage kind of thing, this, I don't know what I'm doing. There's no audience in front of me, but I'm, juggling. I'm showing what makes me feel good, what makes me feel sad, what's been happening, how I feel, how I, seek connections, and also, calming myself down, or looking after myself, embracing myself. So that was also part of the whole performance. that feeling of security, like not knowing, am I doing this right? What do you see? Whatever, it's just like you have this dot and a screen in front of you, so you don't, you just kind of, it's very confronting too to see yourself so close up while you're performing. Usually I have an audience that sees me, I don't, so it was also very, very confronting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can feel the same also. Like we are still learning from this, and maybe we are a little bit. We have been rationalizing this relation for shorter time than in other professions. They use technology more often like this communication technology more often than us. So probably we still learning, and that's very important. Actually, we have to keep doing it. Thank you so much, Gabby, for being part of this, and I would like to have you again. So let's keep in touch, because I really like your work.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed being here. I was really mind blown by everybody. So it's very diverse compared to the first episode. It's awesome to see how many people, how much diversity of performance art there is out there. But then we all have something in common too.
Well, thank you so much, Gabby, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
I will bring to the stage the first artist who shared her work today. She's Veronica Pena from Spain. Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Ignacio. Hello, Ignacio, sorry. I was chatting with Ignacio. Hello, David. And the worst.
How are you, Veronica? How did you feel in your performance?
Well, thank you for opening the space for this to happen. And, for me, one of the things when I read your call, one of the things that it came across strongly was that, this is Facebook, and censorship may happen, also on Instagram. And it has happened to me before. So the first thing I thought is like, okay, let's work out something differently, because I normally perform inside the water tank naked. So then I was reading a little bit more about your platform, and I looked for the translation of coconut, which I think is kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So then that was my motivation to experiment a little bit. And so it took me a little bit to figure out what did I want it to take with me inside the water. And I choose this healthcare worker uniform and the seal. And for me, it I have been thinking a lot about how these workers risk their lives every day, and about how sometimes we are not individually so responsible for our actions in respect to others. So I wanted to kind of bring these persons into this space. It was a little bit difficult for me. I don't know how it looked like. If maybe the association was going to be so flat, or what people was going to think. So that's why I wanted to do it too.
I think it was like, for me, the beginning was like a very strong image to start the whole event, actually, because it started like with this empty glass with water, and nothing was happening for a couple of seconds, and then you come in with this face shield and the uniform also. The color also was really important, and for me it was like a very strong image. And as I told to Lady Gabby before, I think we all have been affected by this situation, and most of our works are now in relation to this pandemic, and how our personal relations have been affected, or our work professionally, sports, like every aspect of our lives have been affected by the pandemic, and of course art would be affected too. So as
Yes.
performance art is a way to approach life, like everyday life, and to clear this barrier between art and life. I think that it's more than normal that we start using this kind of elements within our pieces. So yeah, I saw it, and directly for me was like a struggle to see your performance, because we saw you all the time in the water, and it's not a natural environment, so I kind of suffered. That's why my first question for you was like, how was your feeling during the performance? Because I haven't experimented that, and I can imagine that it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
But how long ago have you been working with this kind
Well,
of?
in 2016, I first started submerging only my head, and then in 2018, around that time, I jumped into the submerging the entire body, and I normally go ahead.
You literally jumped.
Yeah, yeah. And I normally do, like, I have been able to be suspended or submerged around 6 hours, 7 hours.
Wow.
So it's a training for the body, and 10 minutes for me is very symbolic, but I think it's important too, because sometimes with the pandemic, at the beginning, this was for me, it was partially, it's my own ritual where I connect being inside the tank with looking for the ones that are not here, for the ones that are far away, having experienced death, and also being a migrant. This space is a place where I try to be where I am not, or to find something. It's for me a space of hope. So being there cost me nothing in terms of I train in my body, and actually look forward to being inside. The thing is that with the tube and the shield and the hair, which keeps growing, and the clothing, it felt a little bit overwhelming sometimes in the brief time that I was there, right? And I think that maybe a next step for me will be to remove everything.
No,
but I'm glad that. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, it was a fantastic work.
Thank you. I'm glad I experimented a little bit.
We have a comment from Patricia Correa. She was part of the first Ephemera a month ago, and she said it is not flat at all, as you asked at the beginning of this conversation. It was super powerful. And she also said that yes, we are very ritualistic in our work, and we are all struggling in very interesting ways. I think we are very connected, all the artists who were part of this, because we have been traveling, all of us are migrants, all of us have our own journeys, and all of us create from that experience, like how migration have shaped our identity, and that's very important. I'm really glad you joined us, and we can hear this kind of voices in the performance that we saw today. So thank you so much, Veronica, for being part.
Yeah. Thank you, David. Thank you. It was a pleasure. And thank you to all the artists also for sharing their work, and the audience.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope to see you soon too.
Yes. I'm visiting.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you so much. I would like to invite to the stage the next artist. Is very, very, very special, Nomi Schmidt. If you can turn on your audio. Perfect. Hello, Nomi. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
I think you missed the last conversation. You were part of the first group of Ephemera.
Yeah.
You missed the conversation. We had some technical issues, and you couldn't come back to the panel, to the
Yeah.
backstage. So I couldn't speak with you last time, but now we are here. You with your second performance here, and I'm really glad you keep doing it. You keep with performance art, and it made me so happy that actually you told me that you found interesting the performance art through the festival I organized a couple of years ago. So it's very
Yeah.
important. I would like to ask you how your perspective on performance have changed since that moment to now.
Oh, how my perspective has changed on performance.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I think when I was part of your festival and all the workshops and the collective performance in the end, it was a very it was so good, and it was, yeah, I really found myself or discovered myself, and it was all very, I feel that there was a lot of structures and techniques, or I don't know how to explain it, but it was very super well organized, and having this kind of structures around me and the people. And I also did some small performances after with one of the participants in the festival, and it was also very structured and organized, and I was very, yeah, I felt like I needed to have other people to make performances, and that I was like needed a lot of input, and I thought that I needed a lot of, yeah, I was dependent on other people in some way, I guess.
Yeah.
And now I feel performance is something that arises in the moment for me. It's not something that it's not something that is very, I don't know, structured or organized or planned, or yeah, it's, yeah, and it's something that I can do by myself, and I don't actually need a lot of input or other people to help me to make a performance in the sense of guidance, or if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I guess I first of all, I've become more independent, and second of all, I see performances more as something for me personally, that something that arises in the moment, and not something that is super theoretical, organized, planned, and structured. I like to have a general idea, but I also like to just be in the moment when it's happening, and go into that kind of scary place where you just like, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And yeah, it was very interesting because your work, you told me your work is also related with the coronavirus crisis.
Yeah.
And I think I saw it also from your last performance. You have been working with that topic since a big time. So yeah, I'm really glad you keep doing performance, and and I'm happy to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
have a nice day, and I will invite the next artist to the stage to make a question. See you
Okay.
later, Nomi. Thank you so much.
Yes. You.
And I would like to invite Satadru here. Hello.
Hi,
How are you, Satadru?
good.
You are part of the group called Hexy Duxy Box.
Dixie
And
box.
yeah, the three artists that were part of the Ephemera today were part of the same group. So I would like to know a little bit more about it. What is the group Hexy Duxy interest, or what do you do?
So hexidexy is a poetic meaning. Is a kind of like artists can create artwork. So artists can create a word. So that is our phenomenon. So we create that word. It is a hexy matlab sexy, and Dexy is a dusky. So Indian artists are very much the black complexion. So we make a gizmo and we take the name, and we put the box because our program is out of the box. Uh, in India, we have a lot of performance boxes, but nobody take interest to do that gender and sexuality. Only this organization only take interest about gender and sexuality. uh, we nurture that genre, and we encourage, indulge, and do that such a programs. So that's our program. So out of the box, mainly our concept. Inside box and outside box, mainly our periphery. So we do online and offline programs. So in a pandemic period, we host I think 200 events neck to neck, and we publish this book. I think 67 artists. The book. Veronica also is there, and
Mm-hmm.
all the time we documented all those things and publish, because we can see that lot of webinar happening, but no documentation is or publication is happening. So we thought that we can take care about the publication. We the each issue, we talk in a cyber, and after that the after everything we close the Facebook, or we close the Instagram. All the talk or all the gossiping goes to in just a cyberspace. So we thought that we can jot down and we can make a book. So all the program we have a hard copy, and if a, and we don't have a huge fund. We are non-profitable organization and very new. We started in 2018, and hardly 2-3 years, and we don't have any fund. We ask the artists if they interested to give the money. We give them the print copy, and all the time people ask them. We send them to their houses the book, our catalogs. So that is
How
the
can I
main
how
intention.
can I get one of those books?
Yeah, whenever I meet, I'll give you. Don't worry.
But it is possible because we have an audience that they really want to get the book. So there is a way to buy the book or something.
Pardon?
There is any way our audience can buy that book. If you can send me a link, I can put it on our network in Performance Cooknet, so people that watch this video and are interested in your performance art organization can get that publication. Um, so yeah, after this you can send me a link and I will publish it for you.
My experience I also take part of many festival. I go there and I search the book, because I hardly found some kind of book or documentation. So I feel the performance is going on right now too much, and now it will be right time to document. and kept it in a book format. So that is our main motto. So and the main thing is not only the performance art or the discourse is very important part. So after performance we already if we give the chance to do any performer to perform 10 minutes or 5 minutes, we take 1 hour discussion each artist. So
Mhm.
so many questions, because uh, like I cannot know so much materials from your country when I can ask you, and whatever you face and whatever your expression. So that is the process to learn. I don't feel is a performance art. I feel is a behavior art, because behavior art is very easy meaning for me. So when I also take many workshop, and I told to my student, performance art, the word is a very big word. So take it easy, and so many times people are very confused about performing art and performance art. So I told that easily you call it behavior art, behavior body art. So that
Mhm.
is the basic things, and life art.
Okay. Thank you so much for your participation. I really enjoyed your performance. Maybe we
Thank you
had
so much.
a small problem with the audio, but in general, I love the aesthetics. I love the objects you used, and maybe you can speak a little bit about your performance, about why did you choose those elements to perform, and the two cameras gave us these two fantastic perspectives. Can you maybe speak a little bit about it?
Could you repeat? I could not understand.
Yeah, can you speak a little bit about the performance you did, and for example, why did you choose to have two cameras? And I'm really interested in on the part of you are ironing your own body for this clothes with your own body too.
Yeah, yeah. I want, actually it's again a performance about gender and sexuality. I wanted to show that how kind of pressure in our society, because it's our is a east and west, there is so much the dilemma, there is suppression and not that much openness, and people have lot of desire, they cannot express whatever their expression. So there there's two boxes inside us, I have I'm I have to be someone, but I'm playing to be someone. So that was I'm playing with the two camera. So and
Mhm,
you can see the one camera, one body part, and one camera other body part. So simultaneously same thing in a physical society. You can see a figure. Satadru is another figure, and when you personally meet a Shotadru, a different phenomenon. So this is the dialogue. The same thing in gender and sexuality also, because so many boxes inside the boxes. So that is my concern, and that is my main aim to perform. And
mhm,
you can see that the Prashant also did a performance. You can see that he was nude, but he going to be hide his body, and he come back and he go back, because uh, um, we cannot clear up our body and clear up our messages, because there is so many barrier, so many kind of boundary.
uh-huh,
So that is the layering. So yeah. So and the iron, I'm using kind of a making iron, I'm putting with a mundane object, with my regular gesture, with a non-regular gestures, the quest kind of things I'm making with my body, and I'm spinning. If you see the leg, I'm rotating one of the camera, and my body was rotating. So there is I'm spinning, itself, and there is a mirror, and you can see little bit about my reflection also. So all those things is making a one image.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much, Satadru.
I'm so thankful to take part, David, and I'm so glad to part of your project. I really love your work, and beautifully you present the whole the session, and very helpful to learn from this session.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much
much.
for your words. That means a lot for me and also for the organization. It's very important for us. We get people interested in this, in performance art, and also all the work that is around uh, doing these kind of encounters. And as Patricia Correa said in the commentaries, this is intercultural, and that's very important to make out of this communication technology something that can fit us in a good way. So thank you so much, Satadru. I hope to see you soon, and welcome to the Performance Kitchen. Well, it's getting dark here, and we already finished with all the performances. I would like to. I had some questions for the last two performers, but sadly they left the backstage. But it was really important for me to have this group of performers from India. You have to really check in Instagram their site, Hexi Duxi Box. I will add some links so you can find them, and you can find their work. It's really important work what they are doing right now in India. And I hope you also join our network, the Performance Kitchen, Performance Cooking. If you have any questions, don't doubt to write to us a private message or an email. We will have very soon ready our Patreon. That is like a platform where you can support our projects with donations, and we can create we can keep creating content and gathering artists together. So I would like to thank to all the people who joined the streaming, all the audiences, and I hope to see you. I already know the next Ephemera will be the 21st of March. We will open the list 1 week before the event. As I published in our Instagram account and Facebook account, everybody can sign up. This is actually not a curatorial project because it's open for everybody. We prioritized people who didn't participate before in Ephemera. But for instance, you can be part again of it, like Nomi did. And yes, I would like to see you again, and please write to me any questions you have. I think I have Prashant again here. I will bring him. Maybe he can speak a little bit about his work. Hello, Prashant, are you there? Well, I think he's not. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for being part of Ephemera and part of the network of Performance Cooking. I hope to see you soon, and bye-bye.